welcome to another episode of Four Wheeling SA. We're currently in Marakele. Very interesting. It's been raining a while now. Just came back from a game drive and we had some mud. But yeah, that makes it interesting. So enjoy this episode. We left Johannesburg early in the morning and drove to the park that is situated just outside Tabazimbi. We arrived early in the afternoon and headed towards the Bontley campsite. At this stage the campsite was still hot and dry. Little did we know what the weather had planned for us. Later in the afternoon we headed out for a drive to the Big Five area of the park. We were lucky to almost immediately come across these rhinos. They are such amazing animals. Taking on one of the smaller dirt roads, we were spoiled with some fantastic views of the mountains. The signs of the rain from the previous week were still visible. On our way back, we saw this majestic rhino bull. Back at camp, we were visited by this friendly hornbill and we got the fire going, after which we enjoyed the scenery and sunset. We were woken up by the sound of rain dripping on the canvas of the caravan. With it raining intensely, we went for a game drive and came across a jackal. Our next spotting was this lonely giraffe. After this, we drove into a bigger group of these animals. The roads were partially washed away and muddy. In cases like this, we would recommend driving in 4x4 height to reduce damage to the roads. Dry runs has turned into rivers. It was impressive to witness the abundance of water in the park. Back at camp, the rain was still bucketing down, and all that we could do was to wait for another drive. The low-hanging clouds made for some breathtaking views. Due to the rain, tonight's braai was cancelled and replaced by some chops in a pan. When we woke up the next morning, yes, it was still raining.
On our first drive of the day, we spotted a group of baboons as well as a lonely gnu. We finally saw some glimpses of the sun coming through. Another rhino sighting, followed by, yes you guessed it, another water sighting. Back at camp the rhinos stopped and we had some visitors again. With the clouds slowly moving away, it was time to drive up the mountain. Will we be able to get the view? Let's see. On our way, we paused to watch this elephant bull scratch himself against a tree. After this amazing sighting, we continued towards the top of the mountain, but there was thick clouds around us.
So we've reached the top. Unfortunately not much of a view. Completely missed it up, but still very interesting to drive up here. To drive up is not for the faint-hearted, especially if you don't like heights. It's quite a steep drop-offs on the sides, and especially if you're getting, of course, from the front, the road is not very wide, but yeah, the view on a clear day must be worth it. Still spectacular to see it like this.
The way down provides a different perspective, but it is also spectacular. Tonight will be our last evening, and at last the rain allowed us to prepare a pork neck potjie on the fire. We could finally wake up to the sun chasing the moon away, and we enjoyed our last morning before leaving the camp and the park.
And that's the end of this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching this episode, and remember to like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.